Okay, this is just a quick video to demonstrate some of Rhinoceros's aliases. Now, of course, Alias is another NURBS modeling package, so that's a little confusing, but when I'm talking about aliases, I'm talking about in Rhino. This is just some polygon geometry actually made in Modo that I brought into Rhino just for demonstration purposes and to make sure that it was the right size, because Modo has a funny trick about exporting files at certain sizes that I also learned just the other day. Maybe I'll talk about that at the end of this video. Anyways, so aliases in Rhino are pretty much the most awesome thing I've seen in UX UI in quite a while. A friend of mine named Seth Pinney introduced this to me, and that's actually how we became friends. He was not even living in the country at the time, and now we're good buddies as a result of 3D. Woohoo. Okay, so to access them, and I'm on a Mac using Rhino, which is surprisingly functional, sans the UV mapping, or if it's there, I sure as heck don't know where it is. Anyways, go to Preferences and click on Aliases, and see this whole list of usually 2 to 3 key combinations, or keyboard button combinations. And basically what you do is you type any of these on the keyboard and hit the space bar, which is or enter, or right click, which is the same as hitting enter in Rhino. So for example, most of them are pretty logical based on what the command is doing. Like explode block is EX, explode block B, there you have it. Extend is EX, extract surface ES. Scale is actually something that's more related to a polygon type of modeler, where usually the W, E, R, and T tools are for some sort of transform. So if I'm using EE, that's E is basically scale, EE is to scale 2 dimensions, and then EE is to scale, which is the same as scale in 3 dimensions. So that's the general logic. You kind of just have to go through them and get used to them, but I find them to be pretty amazing. So for example, so I'm in perspective view. So if I want to go to the front view, I just type FF and hit space, boom, and I'm in the front. TT for top, LL for left, RR for right, BB for bottom, or actually BO for bottom, BB is back, and GG, just because it's kind of in the middle of the keyboard, takes me back to perspective. Let's see, I don't know, if let's say I wanted to draw a line, it's just L space, and boom, drawing a line. It's happening, you know what I mean? So it feels like Rhino's really not in my way, in the way that a lot of times, once upon a time, I used to have this standard set of stuff in a middle mouse pop-up, which I don't even think I have a pop-up enabled, if it even works in the Mac version of Rhino. But once upon a time, I would like tap my middle button and I'd have a big palette of tools, probably twice this size, pop up, which is fast. It's definitely faster than like coming all the way over here and clicking this and then doing what I have to do. And that was how I lived for probably 3 years, and then I randomly read Seth's article and I tried it and I was like, oh my god, this just completely changed the game of how I model in Rhino. And I became, off the bat, twice as fast. So go figure. So this is the kind of thing I'd love to see happen in Modo, because it's just awesome. It's just way faster. And it's the kind of thing that you probably may not understand until you actually use it, but you know, I can't use... Oh, yeah, actually I can turn my points on. If I just type CV space, and escape is the way you get out of most commands in Rhino, as opposed to the space bar, which is used for multiple things in Modo, which is sometimes frustratingly nonsensical. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you about them. If anybody wants me to email them, I will put my email address in the description below so you can see, or rather so you can contact me, and I'd be happy to send you my list of aliases. I think there are 120 or something like that. Again, they take a little time to get used to, but once you're in it, it's just like, you don't even think, it just becomes an extension of your hand. So like for shading, if I wanted to go into like shaded mode, it's VV, or just regular shaded mode like this is V, wireframe is W, WW is like a ghosted mode, or like kind of a transparent mode. And again, it's just so fast to do, even faster than like a marking menu like in Alias, or like the pie menus in Maya or in Modo. So that's my request. I think it's would just really change the game and make Modo even that much more out of the way, which is ideal. So that's what I got, and I hope somebody finds this useful. Again, feel free to email me if you have any questions. Thanks.